Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Transparent Vegan here. This will actually be the second video of mine that you will see, but I was making something that goes with the first video and I thought I'm just going to make this a separate one so that you guys can see how to make this. We're going to make homemade cream cheese today. Now that's pretty important because if you remember, there has been a shortage of cream cheese everywhere. And I know that a lot of people love the Philadelphia cream cheese who aren't vegan, but hey, let's face it, if you need cream cheese, this is a great alternative. I'm going to show you how to make it. It's very easy. I'm going to use a recipe that comes from the Simple Veganista, and I'm going to link that so that you can see it. It is a very simple recipe to make. Doesn't take a lot of ingredients. We're going to be making it with cashews, and one thing that I'll always tell you is I buy things like this in bulk because anything you can buy in bulk is going to be cheaper for you, and that's really important nowadays with cost of food rising so much. The first thing we're going to do is I happen to have a Vitamix. This Vitamix is so old that I don't even know how old it is, but it is powerful enough to do anything. So if you ever get a chance to buy one, I can tell you that for me it has worked for probably, I know, at least 10 years. I'm going to put my cashews in here without doing anything to it. If you have a blender that's not this strong, her instructions are you can soak your cashews in hot water for around 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, or you can soak them in cool water for a couple of hours because it'll soften, and then when you put it in your blender, it'll be really smooth and creamy. To that, we're going to add a half a cup of water. If you guys can tell, and I know you can tell because you guys never miss anything, I'm nervous because I'm starting this all over again, so I can tell my breathing is not regulated at all. So please, I'm not about to pass out. I'm just nervous because it's been a long time, so please bear with me. Okay, so we added a half a cup of water. We are also going to add 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. We're going to add, it says 1/4 to 1/2 of a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. I happen to love apple cider vinegar because I'm going with the half. It also takes salt, which I forgot, so I'm going to grab some. She tells us to use 1/4 to 1/2 of a teaspoon. So I'm just going to put a little in my hand, pop it in there. I'm going to move this out of the way. And I am going to blend this until it's creamy. It's going to be loud. Now you're going to need to occasionally to stop, take a spatula, a spoon, and just scrape down the sides. Now, if you want something other than plain cream cheese, which is all I want because I'm making something with this, you can add in fresh herbs. You could put in a jalapeno if you really want some hot cream cheese. Whatever it is you like, you can add in at the end. Probably just stir it in. Obviously, I have the wrong lid, but you know what? We're gonna go with it because it's not something that's gonna pop out anyway. I feel like it needs a drop more water. I'm just gonna put a little bit in. You'll have to do it a couple of times where you scrape it so it mixes really well. Okay. So now all I gotta do is store it. And so now we're done with that. And this is our cream cheese. It's really nice, guys. I'll show you. Look at that. Now, of course, as it sets, it will firm up some. And you can use this for anything that you can use any kind of cream cheese for. So you get a really good amount. That's what I mean. We're reaching a stage in life that there's so many shortages of all kinds. And so I know that everybody that watches me is not vegan. It's great if you are. I've always said that everybody's welcome here because at least I can show you some alternatives that further prepares you for things when there are shortages. I know meat's a big deal right now. I know that is a real shortage right now. So maybe I can show you some things that you can really enjoy that you can do with other things and that you can try. So then what we're going to do, it's really good. No joke. And what I'm going to make with it is just unreal. What I'm going to make with it is a childhood favorite of mine. So by the time you see this video, I will have already made it. So look at this. We got a nice amount of cream cheese out of 1.5 cups cashews. As I told you, always buy these things in bulk because they will cost you less. So now what I think I'm going to do, because I got the nicest teapot from my daughter, I think I'm going to make me a cup of tea and sit down and talk to you for a while. All right, be right back. Welcome back to tea time. I love a good cup of tea. I remember even as a child, growing up, I always drank a cup of tea and like had buttered toast in the morning. And I didn't find out till I did my DNA a couple of years ago that, you know, a lot of my ancestry is British. So I guess that explains a lot. I have a friend here in Wilmington that brews her own teas, and she makes the most amazing teas. I'm going to put my new glasses on because first and foremost, my favorite color in the world's always been purple. So I decided this year that if I ever needed something new, I was going to buy it in purple. But I kind of went a little overboard with the size, and I think that I sort of look like a bug in them. Do you guys think I look like a bug? Well, anyway, I'm a purple bug, so I don't care. But her teas are wonderful, and her place is called Snowshoes Workshop, and she's got the most amazing teas. I mean, I have a basket full, but I've always found tea was very soothing. On my very first video, I didn't really want to take the time to have a discussion of why I changed the name, you know, what had been going on since I left. But I thought by the second one, I could just give you a little synopsis of what was going on. It's been a really tough year, not just for me. I doubt there's anybody watching this it's not been a tough year for. I was diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos quite a while ago, and it's a connective tissue disorder. And it had just destroyed some of the tendons in my hands. I'd already had tendon surgery in my leg, and my hands really started going about 2 years ago. So I had been wearing braces for quite a while, and finally I could not use my hands at all. I couldn't open a door. Forget opening a can. You want a pickle? Unless you want to pop it open with a hammer, it's not going to happen. And I had bought things that would actually help, you know, like the things they make, special can openers, but it just had gotten so bad there was nothing I could do. So since I've seen you, I've had 2 tendon surgeries. Being that Ehlers-Danlos affects the connective tissue, bone is also connective tissue. So I'd had a dental implant a couple of years ago, and it finally rejected. And let me tell you, if you think having a dental implant's bad, have one removed. So I'm in the process right now of them trying to build up bone. So when I smile and there's a gap there, we're trying to build the bone up so that I can have another implant or something. I don't know yet what I'm going to do. I may just keep it like it is because I'm kind of tired of pain. But after the tendon surgery, you have to wear a brace for so long, braces for so long, and you're not allowed to use your hand. I had it in this hand and in this finger. You can't use your hand to do anything. And when I say anything, guys, I mean anything. So if your right hand, your dominant hand, like mine was, you're going to relearn life really fast. The fact that I have amazing children who took care of me, I'm very blessed in that sense. But the pain after a while just begins to wear you out. I still live with terrible pain. I'm sure there's going to be times that I'm on here and I'm having to work in my braces and it's just from where it hurts so bad. But just bear with me because it's just part of my life. There's nothing I can do. That's part of what Ehlers-Danlos does to you. I'm sure you all know by now that I lost my dog Maggie. Shortly thereafter, about a month later, her brother passed away. He had a heart attack and passed away. So it was like one thing on top of another, and I was like, I can't do this. since I've seen you. You know, I had lost a total of 40 pounds. I've gained 20 because when you're an emotional eater and you're going through emotional stuff, that's what you do. That's why they call it addiction, because you fight it the rest of your life. So it's like, once again, you got to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. And I just decided, I took a lot of joy in my channel. It doesn't mean I was good at it, but it means I took a lot of joy in doing it. And so I thought, you know, I'm going to start it up again and see if people could be interested in it again. But I didn't want to use the same name anymore. It's not that Jackie's Vegan World was not a good channel. It's just my life has changed a lot. I mean, I'm fixing to be 59 on my next birthday, which is on March 7th, which is when I release my first video to you guys. You will have already seen that by the time you see this. And because of how I was raised, my life has not been very transparent. And transparency it just means everything to me. I will guarantee you, of the people that know me, there are so many, I'm not even going to say there's so many of them, none of them know me. And it's not because I've led some sort of, you know, criminal double life or anything like that. And it's nothing like that. And I thought, you know, for the first time in my life, and it sounds weird because I'm going to be 59, I just want to be free. And I want to be free to be me, and I want to be free to talk about the things that, good and bad, that made me who I am. Because I think it's very important. All my food and stuff I do on here is going to be vegan. And when I can get out and do things, you know, they're going to be vegan. Again, I don't want anybody to feel excluded. I don't think that helps anybody to feel excluded. My life is full of people that love meat, eat meat, and I have people that don't. I don't love the people that eat meat any less than I love the people that don't eat meat. So I really hope that, you know, everybody, there's something they can learn from this. Like I said, you know, I'd like to share things with you just because I think they're on a healthier side. And so, like, when there are shortages, you're not left standing there, well, you know, what do I feed my kids? What do we eat? Because a lot of people really genuinely believe that if you're not eating meat, you're not going to be healthy. And that's really not true. I mean, do I look like I'm starving or anything? No, that's not happening, people. That is the furthest thing from the truth. But, I mean, I really appreciate those of you that have stuck with me. I know it's bad to go away, but sometimes you're just left in a state. I don't know. I was in so much pain emotionally and physically. I just couldn't do this anymore. And there will be times that I will be in a lot of physical pain, but I will do my best. On a good note, if you can see my shirt, I don't know if you can read it, but it says, "I love Mom." Well, I decided that I have a lot of love to give, and I really miss my Maggie, but I also knew that I wanted another dog. And this time I decided that I was going to rescue a dog because there's too many dogs that need homes. So I reached out to a Mastiff rescue, and I now am the proud owner of a beautiful 175-pound Mastiff named Buffy. And if any of you would like to see her, Buffy has her own Instagram page, and she is Buffy the Treat Slayer Mastiff. I'm also a grandma now because my daughter, for her birthday, rescued the most amazing dog from the meat trade in Korea. That is an industry that is the saddest thing in the world, and if you want to educate yourself on that, I just am here to tell you that it's real. It's not fake. It really is real, what you hear and what you see. And sometimes when you actually see that, you start to understand why other people feel so strongly about what's done to what we consider farm animals here. Because over there, dogs are nothing. They have, if you can name a breed, they've got it in a cage, and it's absolutely horrendous and what they do to them. So her name is Miso. If you'd like to check out Miso, she is also on Instagram at MisoCute21. She is part Samoyed, and part Jindo. And oh my Lord, I love that little dog. So even though it's still sad around here, don't get over something that you love that fast. There is joy in our house again, and there's love in this house again. And it's nice. It's nice. I like to have times I can talk to you guys. If nothing else, it's a journal that I'll leave my children one day. But I think it's important, like especially people that have food disorders and food addictions and things like that. There's always reasons how we got here, and I think it's important to share those. And so that's kind of what I want to do, because now, you know, I'm looking at, first of all, getting this extra 20 off before then I start to make a deficit anywhere. Again, I am Transparent Vegan. Please like and subscribe, and please share this video with anyone that you think benefits from it. I will see you again in my next video, and I'm really happy to be back, and I'm really happy you're here. All right, bye.